Welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. You are watching the campus television channel of Don Bosco College, Kottayam. This lecture is on the prescribed syllabus of first semester BA English Literature and Language. Paper is Introduction to Literary Studies 1. In this lecture, I am going to deal with dramatic monologue and narrative poems. Dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue is a poem in which a single speaker, hence it is called monologue. Yes, who is not the poet, addresses a mute listener or audience, and his or her words reveal the character of the speaker. It is a dramatic because the poet expresses the views and feelings not of himself but of another person. It is a monologue because there is only one speaker throughout. It is similar to the soliloquy because it lays before us the soul of the speaker with great delicacy and psychological insight. But unlike the soliloquy, the presence of a silent listener is felt, even to a casual reader, to whom the arguments are addressed. The form is different from the other types of poems in the sense that it reveals the working of the human mind in all its variety and complexity, and it is predominantly psychological, analytical, and meditative. The famous Victorian poet Robert Browning is a master of this genre. Some of the examples are Robert Browning's My Last Duchess 1842, Andrea del Sarto 1855, and Fra Lippo Lippi 1855. Here in the dramatic monologues of Browning, we find the protagonist presented at some odd moment or crisis in his life when he almost unconsciously reveals himself. My Last Duchess is a long and profound exploration of the spiritual and more complexities of the human mind, in which a nameless duke proudly showing off his art collection exposes himself as the callous murderer of his late wife. In Andrea del Sarto, Andrea, a famous painter, is the speaker and Lucrezia is the listener. The mood of the speaker is heightened by the background. The grey, dull autumn represents his depressed mood. Another example is Fra Lippo Lippi. Browning presented a variety of characters through his dramatic monologues. There are artists, scholars, cheats, beggars, dukes, sinners, and saints in his dramatic monologues. Other examples are Alfred Lord Tennyson's Ulysses, published in the year 1833. T.S. Eliot's Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, published in the year 1915. Robert Frost's The Pauper Witches of Grafton, published in the year 1923. And Ezra Pound's The River Merchant's Wife, a letter, published in the year 1956. Next is narrative poems. A narrative poem is a longer form of poetry that tells an entire story with a beginning, middle, and end. Narrative poems contain all the elements of a fully developed story, including characters, plot, conflict, and resolution. These poems are typically told by just one narrator or speaker. Narrative poems are distinguished from narrative prose, such as a short story or a novel, because they are written in verse and retain poetic devices and characteristics like meter and rhyme. Though some narrative poems may be written in blank verse, that is in iambic pentameter, but with no rhyme. Most narrative poetry does retain a formal rhyme scheme such as ABCB, with the second and fourth lines rhyming. Different types of narrative poems. Narrative poems vary in style and have changed over the ages as both language and literary trends have evolved. Some were composed with the intention of being sung and danced to, while others are written to record human history. First type of narrative poem is epics. Epic poems were composed by ancient Greek poets like Homer and were intended to be recited rather than read. Epics are written in a grandiose style and tell stories of historical events or legends of cultural importance. One example of epic poem is passing down history is Homer's The Iliad, which contains a long passage called the Catalogue of Ships. Next type of narrative poem is ballads. Ballads derive from the French chanson ballade, which were poems set to music and intended for dancing. Because of its strong musical background, ballads are associated with a specific meter. Ballads are typically written with alternating lines of iambic tetrameter and iambic trimeter, with every second and fourth line rhyming. They were most popular in Ireland and Britain starting in the Middle Ages, but also gained popularity around Europe and on the other continents. Ballads may be relatively short narrative poems compared to other types of narrative poetry. Of narrative poems is Arthurian romances. Arthurian romances derive from 12th century France. They are any narrative poetry that tells stories of romance and adventure within the Arthurian court. King Arthur was an English ruler in the 5th and 6th centuries, best known for fighting off the Saxon invasions. According to some scholars, however, Arthur never existed but was instead a fictional character. Historical status aside, King Arthur and his knights are major figures in English and French folklore. Some of the examples are Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, Oscar Wilde's The Ballad of Reading Gaol, Robert W. Service's The Cremation of Sam McGee. In this lecture, we studied the dramatic monologue and narrative poems. Do the given exercise and submit on time. Thank you.